Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be applying all these products you see in front of you onto this test panel. So we'll be masking it up, making some little sections and applying each product because we want to apply all these and see which one lasts the best, which one is the slickest, and which one just gives us the best water behavior and appearance overall. So we'll start off here. We have on the very end Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions ceramic spray coating. Now that one is going to set you back $47 for 473ml bottle. Next to that we have the Meguiars Hybrid Ceramic Wax, and that one is going to set you back also $47 but for 768ml bottle. And then we have the Mothers CMX ceramic spray coating. Now that one is quite expensive here in Australia at least. That one has actually set you back $60 for a 710ml bottle. So it's not even the biggest bottle, but it is the most expensive. Next we have Bowden's own bead machine. Now I've used this so far in 2 tests and it's really impressed me so far. So rather than continuing on with those tests, which were against products that weren't going to last as long, I thought let's put it against sort of the best of each of these main brands that have been recommended or are extremely popular. So yeah, that one is $33 for 500ml bottle. That is actually the best value one here. Next to that we have NV Jet. So this one is a very popular product, sold by Wax It Car Care here in Australia, and I believe you can get it overseas now as well. It's quite pricey, but it is definitely a great product. I have used it a fair bit in the past, but that is $40 for a 250ml bottle. So the smallest bottle here and not far off these more expensive ones on the end. And then next to that, lastly for the spray sealants, we have Carpro Reload. Now I just have a little 100ml bottle here. These actually come free when you buy the Carpro cquartz UK. I never actually use them, so I have a bunch of them. This is the newest bottle I have from them. But yeah, normally to buy a 500ml bottle of Carpro Reload, you're looking at $44. So lastly then, we have some actual ceramic coating. So this is Carpro cquartz UK 3.0. Going to be applying this with the applicator pad, and we'll do a little bonus section up the top, and we just want to sort of compare because it is actually a ceramic coating. It says ceramic quartz paint protection on it, whereas these other 3 on the end here, the Mothers, the Meguiars and the Turtle Wax, all actually have the word ceramic on them. So just to show, because a lot of people will buy these, and even some shops are selling them as though they're ceramic coatings. Some people think their cars are ceramic coated. It's really just a spray sealant. So I just want to show the difference between an actual ceramic coating and a spray sealant. You'll notice that these 3 here don't claim to be ceramic. They just claim to be hydrophobic and durable, which is the same claims that these other ones are making, but they just don't use the buzzword of ceramic. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is applying all of those. Now I have got the test panel here. I have just given it a quick polish again, remove the previous products that were on there. So the paint on it is looking amazing. It does have a lot of etchings, scratches and stuff like that we're not going to try and get out. We're just going to work around those. So yeah, that is going to be it for today. Now, before I go ahead and start applying these, I just thought I'd just give a quick plug. I'd actually have linked my account to buymeacoffee.com into the description of the video. So if you're interested in helping out the channel and supporting me, because as you can imagine, buying all of these products to apply for these tests, it's actually quite an expensive hobby. And a lot of you guys have been suggesting these products, which I've been picking up, but I just thought if you guys would like to help me out to continue buying and testing more products, feel free to head over there. You can buy me 1 coffee, you can buy me 5 coffees, whatever you'd like, and any of that money that you guys donate will go back into the channel and help me buy more of these products. So it is actually the account that I use for my other channel, but I just thought I would link it here as well, and it will be really useful. So yeah, and before we get into applying, I'll be applying them with these Meguiar's microfiber applicator pads. I just find it a little bit easier than using a bunch of cloths, but we will use microfiber towels to wipe it down. So yeah, with that said, let's mask this panel up and let's start applying these products. Okay, so we have the panel all masked up. So I'm just going to be applying in these sections here. And then the bonus one is going to be the ceramic coating is going to go here. So I'll apply it first because I'm going to do 2 coats of that. And it's about an hour between coats. So we'll apply this. So let's give it a quick shake up. And normally I would definitely recommend wearing gloves. I'm actually all out of gloves and I totally forgot to buy some for this test. So I'm just going to be very careful. Little line. Put our lid back on. Make sure we don't have any little glass shards on there. Normally I'd be more careful, but this is just a test panel. And we're just going to apply this in a crosshatch pattern. Now it was actually a viewer who suggested this. They really wanted to see the difference between a ceramic coating and these brands that sort of say ceramic on the bottle. So yeah, shout out to Jethro for the idea. I'm sure he'll be happy to see that I'm doing this test that he wanted. So that's all we need to do for that. We'll put that aside. I'm going to give this about a minute for it to flash, and you'll see it go like a rainbowy effect. It basically is instant though with the Carpro cquartz. So normally you'd use 2 microfiber cloths for this, but just such a small section, I'll be able to do 1 and then flip it over. So, and wipe this off. Super easy to wipe off if you don't leave it sitting for too long. And it's very easy to see where you have left some, but you don't want to leave any high spots with it, so we'll just be quite careful with our wipe down. And we'll flip over. Okay. So there's the first product applied. We're going to leave that for about an hour before we do a second coat. The rest of the spray sealants, they don't call for a second coat, so I won't do it. So yeah, let's move on to the next, which will be this ceramic spray coating. Okay, so for the Hybrid Solutions ceramic spray coating, now we are using, as I said, these little microfiber applicator pads. It's going to make it a lot easier. So I have just shaken this bottle and I'm going to shake all the products before applying them. And the panel, as I said, has been polished, has been wiped down with a panel prep spray. So it's completely bare, very smooth, ready to go. So let's do this. It says 2 sprays per panel. So I know this isn't a panel, but either way, I'm just going to do 2 sprays directly into this applicator pad. So that's 2 sprays, and we'll wipe it in the same way with the crosshatch pattern. Put that aside, let's see if it asks for how long. So it doesn't say anything about a flash time before wiping off. So another clean microfiber. Definitely an easy product to work with. I can't see any streaking or residue. is always a good sign. But we'll flip over this microfiber just to be safe. And it is feeling quite slick on the wipe off. So yeah, seems to be a good product so far. It's not one of the most expensive ones on the list. It is a smaller bottle, but you only need 2 sprays per panel, it says. So I'm assuming this bottle would last you quite a while. So there we go, that is the first spray sealant applied. Next up, we're going to go with the Meguiars hybrid ceramic wax. This one's going to go in the second section here. So we're not going to do the spray on rinse off method. We are going to just apply it dry. So yeah, I'm going to shake this one up, make sure I read the instructions properly, and we'll apply this too. Okay, Meguiar's hybrid ceramic. It doesn't really ask for a certain amount of sprays, so I think we're just going to do the same 2 sprays that we did for the turtle wax. It is quite the large bottle, I've got to say, so I'm going to spray away from the panels. Okay, 1, 2, I didn't actually realise the product was blue, just thought it was the bottle. So 2 sprays. Definitely see this one as we're applying. Okay, so we're going to wipe off the Meguiars now, giving it about a minute. I can definitely feel the slickness straight away as I'm wiping that off. Doing my best not to sort of cross-contaminate the products. Alright, I am happy with that. Next product, Mothers CMX ceramic spray coating. So, give this a shake, read the instructions, and we'll get this one on. Okay, so for the Mothers CMX, now I've just had a bit of a read on this one. It does actually say to wait 1 to 2 minutes before buffing off. And when shaking this product, it's actually far watery consistency compared to the previous. But yeah, so it says to mist lightly. So again, we're just going to go with the 2 sprays. Once I get the spray trigger working. And we're going to work it in. And we're going to give that 1 to 2 minutes before buffing off. So it does actually say allow a few minutes, and we want it to do it over a wet or dry surface until it disappears. So maybe I do keep wiping that in a little bit longer because I can still kind of see it on there. So it seems like this one you really have to work in a little bit more. That seems like it's done it. Alright, it's been a couple of minutes. Let's wipe down the Mothers CMX. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like there's anything there. Super slick. Even like before wiping it off, like just Kind of feels like it's already disappeared. It happens to be the one right in front of one of the lights. And yeah, sort of really looks good. I don't know if it's just the exact position of the lighting. I think it is, but yeah, definitely paint popping a lot in that section. Just want to make sure I get all these nicely wiped off. It doesn't seem like so far any of them are very hard to remove. Now on a completely black car, this is more of like a dark grey, completely black car, and you're doing it on a hot panel, I'm sure these would be probably prone to streaking a little bit, but yeah, so far these all seem very easy. The one that of these that I do know is quite streaky is Carpro Reload, so we'll see how we go with that one. Okay, that is the CMX done. So 3 down, 3 to go. Okay, so Bowden's own bead machine. Very impressed with this one so far, I've got to say, just off the previous videos I've done. If you haven't seen those, definitely check them out. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I applied this and so many people wanted to see it against some of these other brands. So that's what we're doing. I'm completely unsure which one is going to be the best. But yeah, I can say I was impressed with this. Haven't used any of these 3 that we've applied so far. I have used Turtle Wax's previous product, the Seal and Shine, and that stuff really is good. So I was going to put it in this test as well, but just too many products to do. So it will come in a future test. But for now, Bowden's bead machine, it does actually say to mist 4 to 6 sprays into one of their cloths. I'm just going to do, let's go just 3. I think 2 will really be enough for this section, but we've got a whole bottle here, so it's not going to hurt. So there's 3, weren't really full sprays. That is plenty. So in this 4th section here, so this stuff really impressed me, like I said, but not just in the performance, but the ease of use. Maybe since I've started using ceramic coatings, sealants have just improved a bit, but I just remember them being a little bit harder to remove. These all claim great durability. They're all easier to sort of apply and to wipe off than what I remember sealants being a few years back before I started really getting into ceramic coating. So yeah, this stuff almost feels like it doesn't need to wipe off. It's that quick to sort of disappear into the panel. Like you can't even see where I've wiped it, barely. But yeah, just trying to make sure I get even coverage. Okay, so there's that one. And yeah, it doesn't really say anything about flash time or cure time. So you see I'm really going through the microfiber cloths in this video. So I'm just going to wipe this one straight off because yeah, it doesn't say anything about letting it flash. And this one is the slickest so far, like noticeably. That is super slick to wipe off. So yeah, I'm hoping this stuff does really well. This and NV Jet, both Australian brands. So yeah, pretty keen to them to do well. I know the Bowdens is completely Australian, sort of manufactured, bottled and everything. And NV Jet is an Australian company, or NV is an Australian company that makes jet, and I believe it is bottled overseas and distributed in Australia. I'm not exactly sure, that's what I've heard. But either way, I've used both now and was always very impressed with Jet. I'm now quite also impressed with this Bowden's own bead machine. So yeah, that I think is sufficiently buffed off. Insanely slick product. They have their fully slick sealant, and sadly bead machine is like way slicker. From my tests anyway. So there we go, there's 4 down. So getting down to the more high-end professional type products. So NV Jet, all these available at any sort of automotive store, Repco, Supercheap Auto, Autobarn. Whereas these 3, but mainly these 2 spray sealants, only available pretty much from detailing type shops. So I got both of these from Wax It Car Care. So yeah, this is a pretty expensive product for the 250ml bottle. Like I said, you can buy it in 1 litre and 4 litre. It does make it a little bit cheaper. Same with Reload. But yeah, so let's see if it performs for what its price point is. All right, NV Jet, our 5th product. So this one we will apply here and get the trigger to start working. Okay, so the 2 sprays on this isn't really the same. So you can see the tiny trigger on it, so I think that's about the same as the 2 sprays from the bigger bottles. Really, if I'm honest, I don't feel like I got much out of those sprays. Can't actually see the product on the panel as I'm applying, so I'm kind of worried that there's nothing on there. You know what, I'm that paranoid about it. I don't want this test to go to waste. Going to just spray it. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Barely anything really comes out of there. So now I know we got extra. Yep, okay, now I can actually see it. Yeah, lucky I did that. I really don't think there was much on there. So I can actually see now where I've applied it. So that could have been a fail. I could have just basically compromised the test there and had one of the products just not performing as it should because it wasn't applied properly. But wipe this one straight off from memory. There's no need to wait. And not as slick as bead machine. Feels similar to the first. First maybe the Meguiars and Turtle Wax. The Mothers did feel quite slick, but the Bowdens by far felt the slickest just on the wipe off. Alright, 1 to go. Okay guys, last product, Carpro Reload. Last microfiber cloth or microfiber pad. These are actually really good. I'm going to keep using these. I think I'll quickly wash all these before I pack up, but yeah, we are going to spray this in. This one does mention multiple times to flip the cloth, grab a new cloth to avoid streaking, so they know it streaks. It is pretty aggressive on the streaking on a dark panel. I think we'll be okay here doing such a small surface, but okay, really small little trigger again, not much coming out on those sprays. So if it looks like I did extra, it was just to make sure we have enough product. Okay, yep, we've got some on there, I can see that going on. Yeah, Reload, not the nicest smell, it's just a very chemical smell. I think the only one that actually had a nice smell so far was the Meguiars. Not sure what the smell was, but The rest of them have had just quite chemically smells. So sandwich this up. Alright, that is sufficiently worked in, and let's wipe off the last product, Reload, see if we experience any streaks. Okay guys, so there we go, that is all of the products applied. All I'm going to do now is just do a second coat of the Carpro ceramic coating. I may not, I need to wait another 25 minutes or so before I can actually apply that. I may just leave it, but I'll let you know once we do the next video whether I did 2 coats or not. Just normally 2 coats is what you would apply of that product. But we have applied everything. I'm going to write down where each product is, and just so this video doesn't drag on too long, and I do like to make a separate video just of applying the products, because I know some people are kind of like sticklers for whether something's been applied properly. They want to see it done. Then this is for you guys who like to make sure things were done properly. I can guarantee you this panel was prepped properly. The products were all applied. May not be all of the way by the directions, like the Meguiars didn't apply wet, I applied it dry, but basically applied them all properly. I've wiped them all down properly, so they're all good to go. They all should work and at their best. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this panel standing up in the garage out of the way for 24 to 48 hours so I can get back to it. Give it plenty of time to cure, and then we'll do a slickness test and a rinse test in the next video. And we won't do a first wash, we'll just do a rinse. We'll give them a little bit longer to cure before we wash them, but we will rinse them and then just blow dry them. And yeah, then we'll put the panel away, and every week I'll pull it back out, we'll do a wash, we'll do a rinse, and we'll check how they're all lasting. So hopefully you guys are keen for this video. I know I had a lot of people asking me to make this, so yeah, I've gone out and I've done it. I've bought all these products, I've applied them, so hopefully you guys are keen. And if you are excited to see how this goes, definitely make sure you give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and of course if you could subscribe, that would really help. Really trying to grow this channel, so that would be appreciated. But yeah, with all that said, that's going to be all we need to film for today, so I'll end it here. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.